Hello, Eleanor here, and I am here to talk about the wonderful new fiction podcast, 2000 and Late. 2000 and Late is a new fiction podcast from the creator of The Bright Sessions. It is a dark comedy that grapples with the havoc of our current moment and tries to find the hope inside of it. The show follows Harper, a 36-year-old nihilist whose life is upended when she's possessed by a demon hell-bent on bringing about the apocalypse. But Harper doesn't want to end the world, and the demon gives her more power than she's ever had in a very long time. So, yeah. I'm loving this show. It's sharp and funny, and it's a cathartic release from the anger and impotence I often feel about the dumpster fire of a world we are all living in these days. It's unapologetically angry, surprisingly tender, and deeply entertaining. I think that 2000 and Late is ideal for fans of Fleabag or Killing Eve, Jennifer's Body, Yellow Jackets, Venom. So, yeah, let's go create some havoc. Oh, and also, Jeffrey worked on this. Jeffrey is the sound designer, and that's also really cool. So please go check out 2000 and Late wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hello, listener. This is producer Jeffrey. Step into my time machine. Long ago, beginning in the ancient past of 2009, we made a show called Our Fair City. Now, Our Fair City is a sprawling epic story set in the dystopian future of Hartford, Connecticut. A climate disaster made the world outside a frozen wasteland. What remains of humanity lives inside in a largely subterranean city governed by the remains of an insurance company. Now, Our Fair City is darkly funny. You'll meet mad scientists, lightning riggers, the woken dead, giant ants, time travelers, and mole people. We are currently re-releasing Our Fair City weekly, so this is a great time to join us for a romp through the tunnels of Heartlife. After today's episode, we'll be sharing a trailer for the show. I hope you'll check it out, and I would love you to join us in our listen of Our Fair City, found wherever you're listening to this podcast right now. Hi there. My name's Jeffrey Nils Gardner. Thank you so much for listening to the Museum at Tomorrow. If you want to learn more about the show, go to nilsgardner.com. That's NILSGARDNER.com. You can also support the show by becoming a patron at patreon.com/nilsgardner. I really appreciate any support you're able to give independent audio work like this. Thank you so much, and enjoy.
Yeah, it's really scary. The lack of control.
There's a line. No. Trees. No. A field bordered by trees. No. A field of plowed and harvested crops.
I feel like there is something I've been trying not to see all my life. I think I'm ready to look now.
But yeah, so that's why it was so striking and stunning that said to me, "You're going to be just like your mother. You're going to be alone. You're going to look back at this in 20 years and it'll be the worst decision of your life." Because I believed him. And I did it anyway. So the word alone.
The room is small. The walls are white. There's some kind of off-white carpet on the floor. queen-size mattress on a wooden frame that barely lifted 6 inches off the floor. Covering one wall entirely are maps, frayed, pulled out of National Geographics, tacked onto the walls. It's like someone had grand plans of making a trip or charting all the places they'd been and then forgot to go anywhere. There's a black stain in one corner by a desk, maybe paint. There's a certain amount of guilt attached to that.
So the word alone.
There's a set of drawers.
The number of times I've, like, even as an adult, not as starkly,
On top is a small
but, like,
tape
not been in a
recorder,
relationship
a lump
and, like,
of glass
had
black stone, about
a,
the size
like,
of a softball, shaped like a human heart.
sobbing, moaning, screaming, crying, like
A bulletin board,
hair-rending,
set of
wailing
knickknacks,
kind of a freak out
concert ticket
because
from
I'm
the 90s,
alone is
The
more
Offspring,
than once.
Orgy, the Mighty Mighty Bosstones, a feather from freshman year in high school, a gift from a young metalhead girl who seemed impossibly
It's
worldly
terrifying.
and cool,
I probably need to bring it up in therapy.
a small pewter wizard,
But yeah, so there's that.
a gift from a godmother, unspeakably valuable now.
Like, I thought about it, and I was like, oh, no, I'm staying here. Like, I love you to death, and I would, like, go anywhere with you, and I would do anything for you, but if you're asking me what I want for me, I want to be here.
Reminds me
I don't want to
of
move. I don't
my
want to move
first
again.
day
I'd
of
moved too
high
many times in
school.
my life, and I don't
I
want
was going from a
to
very small
start a new
middle
school, and I
to
don't want to try to make new
a
friends because I'm
very
terrible at it.
large
And, like,
high
I think
school,
that, like, I'll just make it work here.
and the building just dwarfed me. I am here alone. But there's a door. It swings open. I walk out into the hallway.
And you know, when my mom was doing her art pieces, it was down this pathway. It was like a detached garage, but it was like sort of like maybe a half a Chicago block. The building, the outbuilding was, which was her studio. And she would be upstairs in the studio, and if I woke up and I was alone in the house, and it happened all the time, I'd wake up and I'd be alone in the house, and I would just freak out, and I would have to, like, pad, you know, as like a 10, 11-year-old and 6-year-old, and however old, pad down this, like, you know, half block in the middle of nowhere in the dark, and bang on the studio door because it was locked. I was locked away from her.
I'm standing in front of a massive frame. The painting is larger than I am. Tall columns stretch back into the distance. Lions and thinkers guard the foreground. There is water here and some green, but not much. One woman stretches her hand out to a dog. The dog does not see her. 3 women focus on the children and their care. Like the dog, the child does not see them. Slinking off into the distance is a man wrapped in red cloth with laurel leaves on his brow. If he has had a victory here, it cannot be seen in the painting. There are people looking in through the ruined hole in the ceiling. It has become a skylight. They watch the people on the ground, pointing them out. Everyone in this painting is reaching for something. Carved blocks the size of people litter the ground. Some of them are displaced from the stairs. Others seem to have fallen from the ceiling. Water pours from a man's face below a god. She alone is looking out.
The beginning of this story, to set the scene,
A small hallway.
it's the middle of the summer, and
Center block
it's one of
walls
those
are painted
weeks
gray.
where it was like 100 degrees for 7 days in a row, and it's hot and sticky, and it hasn't rained in like 2 straight weeks.
I walk out into the hallway.
And then, as it starts to get to be dusk, suddenly
I look closer.
there's a thunderstorm.
The
The
paintings
entire
are ruins.
sky just like opens up and starts torrentially pouring. Okay.
Another painting. This one, too, is set in the ruins of an ancient civilization. The architecture dwarfs the people. Lions stare introspectively at each other. Philosophers without names, carved in stone, seem to be urging for gentleness. But below them, an old man begs 2 younger men for help. Their body language does not say that he will receive it. A pair of stone lovers, carved into a block, share more intimacy than anyone else here. The man in red cloth is back. A stone spire looms behind the scene, somehow more ancient than the ruins it is enclosed by.
I am completely and utterly alone. I close my eyes.
And I'm not very good at being alone,
I open my eyes.
even now. But
I close my eyes.
I moved in an apartment by myself in Rogers
I
Park,
open my eyes.
and with my dog, Hero.
The hall does not go away.
And I held him every night. And I was so scared. When I was a kid, if I was awake and everybody else in the house would go to sleep,
I've never seen this place before.
I was so afraid of being the only person awake in the house, of being
And
alone in
suddenly
that
I
way.
cannot be among
that
these carcasses anymore.
If I thought that was happening, or if I woke up in the night, I would sob
I run from
inconsolably
room
for hours
to room
because
to room.
I was so afraid of being alone. And this happened until I was like 13. This is not like
Straight. Zigzagging my way through this labyrinth.
early childhood stuff. This is like
Art
broken
everywhere.
kid stuff.
A trove of beauty, and I do not stop for it. Left, straight, left, right. Double back, right. Double back, straight. As I pass things, I am terrified I will never see them again. I stop. I am deeply and profoundly lost. There is a feeling of powerlessness. I remember being in the ocean as a child, thinking I was fine, unworried. I was so excited to go to the ocean. I loved playing in the waves. I loved playing in the waves. I loved... And then I got caught by a wave, and it pulled me under, and I realized I was so much smaller than this massive thing. I was dwarfed, and I was caught in it, and I'm not sure if I've experienced anything more frightening than that moment. It's a feeling of powerlessness. It's a feeling of having deeply underestimated underestimated the size of a thing that does not care about you at all. And being caught in its jaws. I'm really frightened that I'm in the wave right now, on a scale that I just can't comprehend.
I feel like there's something I've been trying not to see all my life. I think I'm ready to look now.
In this place, once known as Hartford, Connecticut, the wind doesn't howl. It screams. That screaming wind careens maliciously across the vast tundra until it breaks against the side of a monolithic structure. The Heart Life Tower, former home of the Heart Life Insurance Company. Dear listener, these are the true dramatizations of our fair city's glorious history. You will meet the brave bureaucrats that keep us safe and orderly.
Sorry for the confusion. MURDER is actually an acronym for our department. An unfortunate coincidence.
The abominable mole people who dig the tunnels that keep us warm.
They don't exist. There's no such thing as ant people. Mole people.
And the most dangerous villains of all, scientists.
I swear, I'd forget my head if it wasn't sewn on.
To say nothing of lightning riggers, time travelers, and simple interns, every policy has a story to tell. Join us, dear listener, for the tale of our fair city, wherever you listen to podcasts. And remember, you owe everything to Heart Life. All the life you'll ever need.
I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.